The organism known as Carcinus manus has two common names, the European shore crab and the green crab. This organism is native to northwestern Europe and the Baltic Seas, but is now also found in Australia, Africa, and along the coasts of North America. Green crabs have an average shell width of 60 millimeters, with pigmentation varying from mostly green to brown to gray.
They can survive and live during any time of the day. However, adults are more mobile during the night and day, while juveniles are more mobile during dawn and dusk, because it is easier for them to stay blended into their environment. They are mostly found in mussel beds, in muddy areas, and in shallow water, and are a territorial species. They are either patterned or plain-shelled. Green crabs found in muddy areas and shallow waters are generally plain-shelled. If they live in mussel beds, green crabs avoid predation by camouflaging with their surroundings based on their shell patterns, but they generally lose these patterns when they grow into adulthood because they venture out into more open habitats. These crabs move between different environments, so having patterns would make them stand out and become easy prey. Crabs in general are scavengers and will eat just about anything they can get their claws on, from rotting decay to vegetation. They can also be predators, having a diet that consists of mussels, clams, snails, other crustaceans, barnacles, and algae. They are not dependent on sunlight because they do not rely on sight when hunting for food. Instead, they use a chemosensory organ, which means that they can find their food by the chemical it gives off.
In mating, male green crabs often change their lifestyle in which they slow down or stop their molting process to enter a stage focused on reproduction. In doing so, their shell coloration looks more old and worn out, and its tint becomes reddish rather than green. Female green crabs that are receptive to mating are soft-shelled and produce a sex hormone that attracts males to them. Females also produce a molting hormone that prevents males from eating when they are receptive. Mating season for green crabs occurs during the summer, in which males feed less and females feed more to prevent males from being cannibalistic to females. Females can carry up to 185,000 eggs in their primary swimming legs, and eggs can remain there for months until they hatch into larvae. Generally, females live up to 3 years, while males live up to 5 years.
European green crabs are a common but invasive species, having the ability to negatively impact the environment they live in. They are considered an invasive species because they thrive in many types of environments, which makes them a great concern to the survival of the species in the coastal areas they invade. Shore crabs are not native to North America, Africa, or Australia, but can be found abundantly in any kind of seashore, in shallow waters, most commonly found in marine and estuarine habitats. In their invasive habitats, they are putting other organisms at risk because they have become competition to native fish and birds, and have become major predators to other organisms, such as native clams and oysters. Mussel farms are one area they are commonly found because mussels are one of their specialties. As a result, shore crabs are listed as one of the world's worst 100 invasive species. These species get dispersed throughout the world in many different ways. They are in larval stage for up to 80 days. Meanwhile, currents can disperse them miles up and down coasts. If there is a habitat that can maintain them, they will reproduce and start a new habitat. Humans are another way that they get dispersed. One example is through ballast waters in boats. Ballast waters is water taken into boats so that they can have better buoyancy and be steadier. When boats travel from one area to another, they may release the water without knowing that the shore crab larva is in the water.
Although they are an invasive species, they are not immune to environmental impact, such as pollution caused by human carelessness. For example, copper is used by many agricultural and industrial industries. When these companies have chemical waste, whether it's unintentional or not, many chemicals are released down storm drains which lead to the ocean. This has resulted in high levels of copper being found in estuaries and harbors. Copper has been shown to damage the gills, alter the heart rate, and reduce other physiological functions which threaten crab life. It has been shown to impair their courtship behaviors by reducing male crabs' ability to sense the female mating hormone. This causes the male to think that female is a threat and may attack her, threatening their chances of having offspring and hinder their species as a whole.